Are you stuck in your comfort zone? Are you wishing for something different, yet you're too afraid of the unknown to make the changes you know you need to make? Perhaps you're putting things off to tomorrow, next week, or maybe next year because you think you have all this time in the world. But what if that day never comes? If you've been living in your comfort zone, if you are wanting to step outside, make changes happen for yourself, yet you're feeling the fear, then today's episode is for you. Today's episode is all about being brave and waking up to your life. So welcome to episode 24, the Coffee and Confidence Show. I'm excited to introduce today's guest to you, as I know she has lots of insight, inspiration, and valuable tips and tools to help you be brave and start waking up to your life. So welcome. My name is Kelly Kerrigan. I'm an assertiveness coach, and my business is Empower Me Coaching. I am helping people pleasers worldwide confidently communicate with others to create a beautiful relationship and create the things that they want in their lives. Now, maybe you're asking yourself, what is a people pleaser? Great question. So a people pleaser is a selfless giver. They love to help others. They're always doing things for other people. But the problem with that is that over time, a people pleaser feels resentful because they feel like they're constantly giving and giving and giving, and they feel depleted and they feel devalued and unheard. So that is a people pleaser. And how do I know this? Because I used to be one. That's why. That's how I know. And now I'm helping people pleasers confidently communicate, because I truly believe that we are living in a world today where so many people, not just people pleasers, but people in general, feel devalued and unheard, whether it's kids at school, the teachers at school, whether it's at work or in a relationship. So I want to help you foster communication skills that you need and build strong relationships. So that is just a little bit about me. Without further ado, I want to introduce to you today's guest, Tiffany Agnew. She's the founder of the Braedon Foundation, and she is showing others how to love unconditionally, how to be brave when you have hit this point in your life where you feel like you've hit rock bottom. So without further ado, welcome, Tiffany. So glad to have you here. And I would love for you to tell us a little bit more about yourself, what the Braedon Foundation is, and why it is so important to you. So please share.
Thank you for having me, Kelly. I'm excited to be here and to tell everyone a little bit about the Braedon Foundation. So the Braedon Foundation is something that I started in June. I recently have lost my teenage son in May, and immediately, I was just overwhelmed with wanting him to be remembered in a big way in the world. So, and then combining that with wanting to give back and wanting to give back in a big way, I decided to start the Braedon Foundation in his memory as a way to give back to our community. I really couldn't think of a better way to honor him than to do something like this for him. So the Braedon Foundation is focused on bringing a little bit of happiness to children in New Brunswick who are facing severe, life-threatening and or high-risk illnesses. And it gives their parents a chance to see their kids being kids. And we do this by offering these children the opportunity to have a bedroom makeover or a shopping spree, just giving them something fun and positive to focus on and something to look forward to when, they're going through more than what most of us will go through in a lifetime, when they're at a point in their lives where it's supposed to be all about fun and playing with their friends and making memories, and they're dealing with so much. So we are thrilled at the Braedon Foundation to be able to do that for these kids.
That's amazing. And how has this experience changed you?
It's changed me in a really big way, which is why I'm so inspired to want to help others as well, because I feel like since I've embarked on this journey that I have been braver with my own life. I've done things like come on live videos like I am right now, which if you would have asked me to do this before, I would have been like, are you crazy? because that fear would have held me back. I've gone on the radio, I've talked in front of like large crowds, which are all things that I've always wanted to do, but I always would have been like, no, I'm not ready for that. Like I would have stayed inside my comfort zone. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you are literally inspiring others to be brave and wake up to their life. So I think that's amazing. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that with us this morning, Tiffany. So this is the Coffee and Confidence Show. I always do a really fun piece of what's in your cup. So we're going to just take a moment to do the what's in your cup piece, my fancy drawing here. Would you like to share first what's in your cup, Tiffany?
I got my Christmas cup here that has a snowflake on it, and what's in my cup is fizzy water because I'm one of the rare people in the world who doesn't drink coffee or tea.
So what's fizzy water?
Like sparkling water.
Mm-hmm. Is it flavored?
It's not. I'm pretty boring when it comes to my drink. It's plain fizzy water. Not even a drop of lemon in there.
Yeah, that's totally fine. My dog, like something like Perrier, that sort of a bubbly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except for I have one of those machines, like where I can make it myself.
Oh, that's really interesting. I've never used one of those. Huh. Any of the viewers, let us know if you've ever used one of those machines that Tiffany's talking about for like fizzy water. My daughter always calls it bubbly water.
Yes, bubbly water. That's exactly what I have.
Yeah. So in my cup this morning, I'm excited to share that I have a new cup. It says there's always time for coffee, because anybody who's been watching the show consistently knows that I'm a huge coffee drinker. And I mean, I like tea, but I don't love tea. I love coffee. However, I want to share with you what is in my cup, and I actually have the box. So a friend of mine a couple weeks ago came over. I had like a coffee morning, and she brings this. So it's Celestial Seasonings, and it is Bengal spice. So she left it here. It's been sitting in my cupboard. I was like, I'm going to try that. It's amazing. I love it. It's so full of spice. Like people would describe it as spicy. I would describe it as flavorful. It's like clove, nutmeg, cardamom. What else is in here? Chicory. Anyways, it's just, I put a little honey in there and it feels like I'm drinking like spice cake or something. So
nice.
And I know a previous episode, I had Tabitha Foster, and we were talking about how to unlock your confidence. And she was talking about the root chakra, and I know she was talking about cinnamon. It helps really like ground you. And this is exactly what this does. So I could be converted. I could be converted to a tea drinker. Just have to find the right tea.
Now, I like the idea of being a tea drinker. I've always wanted to get into tea, but I'll take a few sips and then I usually dump out the rest of the glass. Like fruity.
Well, that's me with tea as well, but not this stuff.
I might have to try it. Maybe I'll be converted.
So for those of you who are tuning in live, or if you're catching the replay, please join in the conversation. Let us know you're here. I will acknowledge all of your comments and all of your questions. We will address them. As well as on the replay, we will also address the questions. So if you are here live, please say hello. Let us know where you're tuning in from. So with that, I mean, we do have a couple of comments coming in that I want to acknowledge. So we have Alicia Long. Love you, Tiffany, and the foundation team. So proud of you. Kiss, hug, kiss, hug. Thanks so much, Alicia, for being here and supporting Tiffany this morning as she's, sharing her message. And Debbie Robinson says, hi, Kelly. There are quite a few cliches this morning, starting and stopping, or glitches. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know that, Debbie. I'll just kind of keep my eye on it and see if there's anything that I notice here from my end. And Debbie also says, Tiffany is amazing. Yes, I would agree so too. So yeah, if you guys have any comments, questions, please let us know. We will acknowledge them. And would love to have you guys join in on the conversation. So this whole topic, Tiffany, be brave and wake up to your life, right? I mean, we get people out there that, they're living in their comfort zone. They're complaining, they want change, yet they're not doing anything about it. Like, so people, use the word stuck, right? Feel stuck. So in your opinion, what keeps people stuck in their comfort zone?
I think the two biggest things that are keeping people stuck is fear being the biggest one. So many people are paralyzed really in their lives by fear. And I think another thing, which is where I have this different perspective now with what I've been through, is that people really, they think that they always have more time, right? They think, they'll start tomorrow, they'll start next week, they'll make that change next year when there's better timing, when things in their lives have changed, when their life calms down, when, the kids are older, when a million reasons, right? They continuously think that they have more time.
Mm-hmm. I'm reminded of this story of, I was young, my old boyfriend, like back in the day, and it was his aunt and uncle. And they were this couple that even like, okay, well, they knew that they wanted to have kids, but they wanted to get married first. So they got married. And then they're like, well, we want to have kids, but we want to get good jobs first. So they got good jobs. And then, okay, well, we want to have a house first. And this story goes on. Oh, okay, well, we really want a boat. We really want a cottage. And they're like, holy crap, we're in our mid-40s. Like, there is no good time to have kids. You just have kids, right? There is no good time to start. You just start.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so this whole thing of fear, I mean, what are people afraid of?
Failure. Looking bad, looking silly, feeling embarrassed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is right. I mean, I'm just like really resonating, like just really thinking about what you're saying. And that, yes, people are afraid of judgment. Like the whole what ifs.
Absolutely. What if it goes wrong? What if I look bad? What if people judge me?
Well, my advice on that is people are gonna judge you no matter what you do.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even the clients that I meet, I've had so many say, so if you look at right now, it's the beginning of December. What's right around the corner? Christmas, right? They know they need a new program. They know they need to do something different. Well, I better put it off. Well, I've got Christmas around the corner, and then it's this, and then it's that. Same thing. There's never a good time to start coaching. And, I started with a new client a couple of weeks ago, and already after one session, that person said to me like, wow, I feel different already. Like, is that supposed to happen? It's like, well, any little bit of new learning, it always makes a difference. So never put it off. It's always worth it.
And even taking that first action, like starting the coaching, like when you've been putting something off, like just doing that one little step is just like such a weight lifted off of you. When you take that, and for that client of yours, that could have been that first step where she feels so much better because like suddenly she has that weight lifted because she's taken action.
Right. It's I saw a post on Facebook within the last couple of days, and it said, don't look at the whole staircase, just look at the first step.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, I mean, it's like the sayings, there's like, how do you eat an elephant? How do you climb a mountain? Like one step at a time. Right. But people get so focused on the big picture that they can't visualize those little small steps.
Yeah.
Yep. And absolutely. Sorry, were you going to say something?
No.
I didn't want to cut you off. So like the other point that you made is that people think they have time. So let's explore that a little bit more. And what is going to help them shift their mindset with realizing that maybe they don't have as much time as they thought?
Well, I have this little challenge that I want to tell everyone about. It may seem a little crazy to some people. It's called the obituary challenge. And I think it can be really eye-opening to, letting you realize that you don't have forever, right? We don't get to live forever. I think it's just a really good place to start. So the obituary challenge, like you want to take some time to write out your answers. So there's a series of questions, and I'll post these at the top of my Tiffany Agnew Inspires page later today. The first question that I want people to think about is when it comes to the end of your life and someone is thinking about writing your obituary challenge, what did you accomplish? Like, what are they going to talk about? What things did you accomplish in your life? How did you give back is another question. Is giving back like something that's important to you? Are you currently doing that right now in your life? How will you be remembered by the people that you love, by the people that mean the most to you? How will they remember you? And I think one of the greatest questions that we can ask is, what lessons will people have learned from your life? So if you can think about those things and what you want the answers to be, and think about what the answers would be right now, you can see that gap in that space. And I think it can really give you some clear visions of what things you need to start doing so that when it comes to the end of your life, you're not filled with regret. You're not thinking, oh my gosh, I never even started. I kept thinking I had more time. I didn't do all the things that were in my heart. I didn't fulfill my dreams. So I think that this challenge can really help you with where you want to be. And then you can evaluate where you're at right now and think about what steps you need to take next. What action, what small thing can you do even today to take action to become that person that you want to be when the end of your time comes.
So what I'm hearing is that you're suggesting going through these questions twice. First, visualizing, like, at the end of your life, what you want people to say, and then go through the questions a second time with the thought of, okay, where am I now? What would people say, like, right now?
Right now, absolutely. And a lot of people will find that there's a big gap there, right? Because they just keep thinking that they have more time. They're afraid. They're staying inside that comfort zone. They're going to start Monday or in the new year now, right? Everyone now, we're already in December, so it's like you may as well wait till the new year.
Yeah. Right. And that's exactly my point. Why put off to the new year what you can start right now? So if you can make those little teeny tiny shifts, that's going to inspire you. That's going to make you feel more confident, more empowered, that it's going to start to create the life that you actually want. Why would you wait?
Yeah.
Like even like the diet thing. Oh, I'll start on Monday. Well, it's in every moment you have a choice.
Yeah. And the diet thing right now for a lot of people, they're going to start in the new year, right? Why not go into the new year already feeling great? Already have gone to a few exercise classes, like already have been making small changes. Like it doesn't have to be everything, but maybe you're going into the new year and you're already drinking more water, or you're already, hitting up the gym, even just a couple of times a week. You'll go into that new year with such a different perspective and such a different feeling when you start, working towards your 2019 goals instead of starting the year feeling defeated because you've thrown in the towel. And some people, they start their Christmas in their mindset, like, in November, maybe even late October, where they throw in the towel and they say they're going to wait till the new year, right? So that's a lot of time to be taking all those steps backwards.
Right. Exactly. What I would like to do is I would like to go through each of your questions. So add on the obituary.
Sorry, I didn't catch you there. You cut out a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that I glitched. I said that I would like to go through your questions. And
Sure.
What is the first question that you have on the challenge?
The first question is, what did you accomplish with your life?
So how could a person answer that? Just give some examples.
They got to think about, like, for example, for myself, like one of the things that I've already accomplished and I will continue to accomplish is creating this foundation in memory of my son. That's very important to me. Um, and so that's something that I've accomplished. So when you're thinking about things that you've accomplished, I would think of those big things that you've been wanting to do. Like think of those big goals. Like maybe it was like a dream of yours to always own your own business, or I don't know, start a blog or write a book, right? Those big things like that you want to accomplish. So like when I would think of that, I would think of your big goals and think of the end of your life. Have you even, have you started those? Have you ever made them a priority?
Okay. That's great. That's great advice. And what about the second question?
The second question I think is a really important question. It's how did you give back? Because personally, I think that we're all responsible for leaving the world a little bit better than we found it. I think we're all responsible for making a difference. And again, that's one of those things where people are like, I want to do that, but I have this, this, and this. I'm too busy right now. So it's making that a priority in your life and taking action, right? Because you can give back in so many ways. I mean, you don't have to start a foundation by any means. You could volunteer. You could help a friend. You could donate money if you are in a position where that's something that you can do. You can simply like, share, and comment on someone else's post who's trying to do something like for a charity or to give back to the world, because even those little small things, they help. So there's so much that you can do, and I think that that's a big thing that people put off in life when they have more time, right?
Right. What about the following question?
The next question is, how will you be remembered by family, friends, and coworkers?
Right. So how should a person answer this question? Like what kind of soul searching are they doing for this question?
I think that this question really gives you a lot of insight to what you want in life. If you're thinking about how you want other people to remember you, if you want people to remember you for, oh, Kelly, she was always giving back, then that's going to be like, oh, wow, okay, that's something that's really important to me. It's so important that when I leave this world, I want people to remember me for that. That's some huge insight into what's important to you and what you should really start doing right away.
Yeah. I've read as like, what do I want people to say about me?
Yeah.
Right? What do I want people to say about me behind my back? All
there
good
you
things.
Go. Yeah.
Right?
That's a good thing to think about too, right?
Yeah. Interesting. And how many questions are on this challenge?
There's only how will the world remember you? It's the next one. And then what lessons will people learn from your life?
Okay, so it's how will your family remember you?
How will the world? The first one is how will you be remembered by family, friends, and coworkers?
Right.
And the next one is how will the world remember you? And again, that has to do with that impact, right? How are you gonna? What change are you gonna create? How are you gonna have an impact?
I'm thinking of this person that I know, and we had a conversation, it was years ago, but it's just coming to the front of my mind right now. And she's quite humorous. And I'm thinking if she were to answer these questions, it would be, well, I want to provide humor. I want to provide laughter. I want to create joy in people's lives, because that's naturally who she is. Like she's just funny. Right? And sorry, what was the last question?
What lesson will people learn from your life?
So that's my question to you. What do you hope, and what's your vision that people are going to learn from your life and your experience?
I want to help people, obviously, be brave and wake up to their lives. That's sort of the mission that I'm on right now. And I think that if people can see me stepping forward and taking action, even through the most devastating loss, that they can see that they too can do that, right? There's nothing special about me, right? I'm the same as everyone else. And if I can do this through devastating loss, imagine what everyone could do if they would just take that first step, if they would just dip their toe outside their comfort zone, if they would be brave, if they would wake up to their lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're taking that experience, and instead of letting it crush you, you're letting it fuel you. That's
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I love that.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
For me, that's just the only way, like, I just feel I owe that to my son, right? Like, I'm here for some reason, he's not. So I owe that to him. I owe it to myself to become the best version of myself, to not take all this time that I've been gifted in life for granted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And I was going to say, I love that message, and it's so simple yet so effective. Be brave and wake up to your life. What are you waiting for?
Mm-hmm.
You're never going to have more time than you have right now. You're only going to have this present moment. So be present with what you're doing, with what you're passionate about. And if you're doing things that is sucking the life out of you, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if volunteering somewhere literally drains you of energy, and then it depletes you that you can't be present with your family and your loved ones, or work on, your passion and what is meant to you, don't do it. Yeah. Because time is really, it's our most precious commodity.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, sharing your story and inspiring others to be brave. I welcome you to share with us, how can people get in touch with you?
So they can find me, I have two websites. So one for the Braedon Foundation, which is thebreatonfoundation.com. They can also find me on my personal website, where I have my blog at tiffanyagnew.com, and both on Facebook, Tiffany Agnew Inspires, and the Braedon Foundation on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I will leave all links in the comments as well today.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, once we're done, leave them in the comments so then people can easily find them and connect with you. And I also suggest that you reach out to Tiffany and request her as a friend on Facebook, and definitely follow her social media. And she's on Instagram too, because I'm connected with you on Instagram,
yes.
Tiffany. So for those who are not overly active on Facebook. So thanks again for sharing your story. Love, love, love having you. And for the viewers out there, if you've enjoyed today's show, I want to let you know that the Coffee and Confidence Show is a weekly show airing right here on Facebook every Thursday morning, where we are talking about relevant topics and how they all kind of swing back, and they all have like a little tit of confidence in them. So join us next week for episode 25 right here on the Coffee and Confidence Show. Thanks again. So lovely to have you. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.